meteorologist Chase Jones.
You guys want to go over why it didn't rain today? Because we're going to. Now, we're keeping our eye on this mid-level cloud cover, letting us know that the upper-level winds are way too fast, as well as those surface-level winds, but they're calming down as we make our way into another beautiful spring evening. Now, temperatures over the last 24 hours were pretty strong, pretty confident. On the plus side, for seeing some severe weather as we gradually drop down into those lower 70s, warming up 20 degrees into those lower 90s. And then we saw how gradually we were cooling off of some of those clouds forming off towards the west, but again, going around the Concho Valley. Now, as we cool off tonight, keeping our eye on the severe weather tipping point in those 60s, 80 in San Angelo, everybody else in a combination of upper 70s, lower 80s, always looking for 10 degrees, no shades of green anywhere. We saw pockets of rain making their way in. 72 in Robert Lee, 83 in Sterling City. There's our 10 degrees, but of course 79 down there in Junction and 81 in Ozona. So a healthy spread of temperatures, even though we're seeing that steady cloud cover across the entire Concho Valley. Keep us relatively warm. Moisture values still pretty confident, pretty strong. Dew points have not gone anywhere in those 60s. Kind of been that way for 2 weeks, while humidity indices are in those 50s and those 60s. Now, when we're looking out for severe weather and that big hail, we want it to be up there near the 80% mark, if not 100%. So definitely outside of that severe weather range. Now, when we take you into the moisture tracker, we're keeping our eye on that West Texas dry line, but it's shoved way up against the Rocky Mountains. Now, as we make our way closer towards the end of April, keeping our eye on some colder air that could make its way in, that might be enough to kick off some of this severe weather, if not just some more rain that we definitely need here in the Concho Valley. But you see the shades of blue now. High pressure going pretty strong across the entire Gulf Coast region. As we get closer towards summer, we're seeing a pretty strong transition season. That just means stronger low pressure systems are working their way in. And take a good look off the west coast. That is a monster low pressure system. Again, winter not giving up without a fight. Then you see the strong ridging, so it's going to warm us up into the 90s and then drop us back down into the 70s. And we'll see if some of that subtropical moisture doesn't make its way across the Sierra Madres. Now, when we're looking at the water vapor imagery, keeping our eye on the convection all across the state of Texas, but I have my eye on this circulation around Utah. That's our pocket of cold air that's going to try to work its way in by the end of April. Severe weather outlook is the Concho Valley and pushing up towards that sort of Oklahoma, Wichita Falls, Texas border. And when we take you into the hail probability, it just didn't show up today. In fact, we're looking at these moisture values as we go over them. You're getting a better idea of how fast these clouds are moving in the upper levels. Just not enough time for any of this severe weather, let alone hail to form. Radars are showing you that we're still watching for any tornadoes for about the next 30 minutes or so, but keeping our eye on a small storm as it moves off towards the northwest. Now, Futurecast is going to show you where these storms are supposed to erupt, but we're making our way into a beautiful last day of voting, so make sure you get out there, cast your early vote, then get ready, because we're going to see some severe weather try to push its way in by tomorrow. But again, we're keeping our eye on those moisture values, those upper level winds, and if we don't see any low cloud cover turn into some big clouds by early afternoon, I don't think it's going to do it. Now, pretty favorable right now, but you know how my Futurecast sort of likes to give up as we sort of get closer towards those days. So tonight, again, going to be dropping down into those upper 60s. I'm going to leave it up here, but on the lookout as you see them sort of fizzle out as we cool off, they might pop off. Then tomorrow, a good run at those lower 80s. It's going to clear up by lunch, but would you call it a balmy evening, a humid evening? It's going to be a great Taco Tuesday either way you split it. But as we make our way, again, closer towards the weekend, keeping our eye on that strong low pressure system, I leave rain shower activity on there because you see how it likes to show up on the Futurecast and then disappoint me by the end of the day. As we get closer towards the weekend, here comes the cold air. I can't believe it's going to be all the way down 20 degrees into those 70s, so keep the extra layer close. While those overnight lows just hang out in those lower 60s, if not those upper 50s. Stay tuned, Rob. More for the break. You're watching KSAN News at 10.